Hey friends, today we're going to stretch a New York pizza dough. This is the dough ball. We keep it wrapped in this plastic wrap, and we do that so that the dough ball can keep its shape and not stick to the other dough balls while we're storing it. I'm going to sprinkle a generous amount of semola flour on there. Like, you want to put a lot on here, and then you put a tiny, tiny touch on the peel. The dough will actually absorb as much of this as it wants. And if you do it this way, then you don't have to drench the peel with it. If you put too much on the peel, it gets in the oven, it makes a big mess on the floor, it can cause extra smoke, a nasty burnt flavor. It's just a lot of bad things happen from that. So here we are. I've got the dough nicely drenched in this semola flour, and I've got it laid out. This one had no extra bubbles or anything else, so I didn't have to degas it. I'm going to use my fingertips, okay? And I'm starting on this end, and I'm just going to dimpling, okay? You can look at those grooves and everything else in there. I do this so that I have a nice pattern on the pizza of bubbles in the base. Now I'm going to turn it 90 degrees, and I'm just going to press towards the edges. And now I'm not dimpling the middle anymore. I'm just forming the crust with my fingertips. All right? And once I've done that in 4 directions, now I'm going to take the side of my hand like a knife, and I'm going to press down. With my other hand, I'm going to just stretch a little bit like this. And so this move, I go around and around a few times until I feel like I've set that edge. This one feels just a little bit sticky, so I'm just going to put some more flour on there. You can't put too much flour on at this stage because you're just going to basically shake off anything that doesn't stick, okay? If you notice now, that you're going to make the cornicione. This part here will be different based on the day and the dough. Right now I've got it probably about as big as my finger, okay? Notice that there's still kind of a hump in the middle, right? Look at this. Those dimples are there, and I've got this hump in the middle. That's okay, because as this stretches out, the material in the middle is going to get thinner and thinner. Our goal is to make a light, thin, crispy pizza. I toss it on the back of my hands a few times just to knock any excess flour off. And then I'm going around the inside. Let me show you real quick. I'm just hanging it on this part of my hand on both knuckles. If I hang it off my whole hand, I lose any stretching that happens here, and I get a really thick area for the first 4 inches from the crust to the middle. If I do it this way, I'm actually just hanging that dough right on the inside edge of the crust. And I'm feeling for when it's gone all the way around. Then I just up it up a couple of little tosses and lay it down on the peel. Now look at this dough. Let's look at the qualities that we've got here, okay? So I don't know if you can see with the angle, but there's still bubbles across the middle, right? Those bubbles create a structure that allow the dough to be both thin and light and crispy and strong, which are the 4 horses of the pizza apocalypse. All right? That is stretching a New York dough. I can't wait to see you try it. The bottom's going to have those dimples on it. See, these are where my fingers kind of pressed down, left those air bubbles in the bottom. Let's pick one up. Just see how it holds up. See that? Look at that. Almost no flop. It's light, crispy, thin, and strong. So this one reaches the pinnacle of glory that we're going for at Righteous Slice.